Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit Podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
We're backwards, I just realized.
We are backwards.
Oh, no. I can't do the podcast like this.
You can.
No, it's wrong.
You're going to have to deal with it.
No.
Who are you?
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy's Doodles. You go first, though.
I already did.
You did?
Yes, you got frustrated after I went.
We're backwards.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 8th of June, 2016, and this is episode 196. 4 more to 200. We'll tell you about where we are recording in just a couple minutes, but first we want to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. I had to do the other hand. To all our returning viewers, and a big hi to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. Dammy doesn't always get upset about being backwards.
I do.
I didn't do it on purpose, I swear. So we have some members who have introduced themselves in the Ravelry group this week, so why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. Kim, who is Jack Saki from Utah. Beverly, who is BBC Limmer from Tennessee. Jane, who is Adventures in Dinner from Canada. And Giselle, who is Jelly K from Texas.
Welcome. We're glad to have you guys. So if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introduction thread, because we will give you a shout out on our next episode, and you will be able to participate in all our cows and giveaways.
Right, which we have a couple of giveaways today that we're announcing the winners. So let's tell you about where we're at. Do you want to tell them about where we're at? You can pick up the thing and read from the notes if you want to.
Okay.
Where are we?
We're in the Meadows.
Which is a big park.
Yeah.
A humongous park. As far as we can see, it's a park. Like, not as far as we can see. It's as far as we can see.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell them a little about the Meadows?
Okay.
Because you pronounce the thing right and I don't.
Yeah. The park was once the site of the windswept Borough Loch, which was part of the historic old Borough Mere, and was one of the main water supplies for Edinburgh's Old Town. In 1722, the loch was leased to Thomas Hope, who completed drainage, created a walkway lined with hedges and trees. When Melville Drive was opened in 1859 as part of the South Side development, it brought a further wave of popularity for walks, picnics, or play. As the city grew, the Edinburgh Improvement Act of 1827 stated...
You don't have to read the whole statement, but we can just tell them what it means.
I didn't know what to read. I thought I was supposed to read that whole thing.
No, you didn't have to read the whole thing. So what happened was the Edinburgh Improvement Act of 1827 made a ruling that no buildings could be erected in this park. So it is just gorgeous green space and trees. And behind us here, you can see just the tip top of Arthur's Seat, which we've recorded last summer. We recorded with Arthur's Seat behind us in the park across the road from our flat. Yeah. So this is a lovely, lovely park. It wasn't very far to come. We rode the bus for about like 6 or 7 minutes, and then it was about a probably 6-minute walk when we got to the very first edge of the park, and then we walked probably another 5 minutes down to try to get away from. There was kids playing, and there was a football game going on and such, so we tried to get away from the noise a little bit. But it's a beautiful place, and hopefully the wind isn't too bad. You know, we're having a heat wave here in Edinburgh. It got up to 22 yesterday, and that's I can't remember what I said, it was 71 degrees or something, so it's a heat wave, y'all. So we have some stuff to talk about. Hopefully this episode is not going to be as long as last week's epic hour and 45 minutes. That wasn't planned. There is a dog running right behind us. It's not planned to be that long. We don't have as much stuff to talk about. So we'll see. We say that and then it ends up being long. So we'll see what happens. Oh, he just caught a ball over there. Well, with that, we probably should get started. Here we go.
And now it's time to talk about what's on our needles.
Sorry, we're a little bit close to the street. We're in a little ways, but There's some loud vehicles. Sorry about that. What's on your needles, Dammy?
I'm still working on my Element to Squeak socks that
Which-
I'm designing.
Yes.
Okay, so these are on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, and US 2's 2.75 millimeters, and the yarn is Knit Picks Hawthorne Fingering in the St. John's colorway. So there it is.
It's lovely. Lovely, lovely tonal.
And I'm hoping to have these finished next week, so I
Ooh.
can work on other things that I can actually show you.
There's about to be a tractor drive behind us. Hold that thought. Enjoy the lovely view. Oh, there comes the tractor. Okay, so you're hoping to have these finished next week?
Yeah.
For next week, because that's what you were saying when the tractor started
Yeah.
going by. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say about them?
No.
Okay, and you, so once you finish those, then you'll jump back into Noah's solar system?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else on your needles?
No. So what's on your needles?
Only 4 things. 4 things. So this is better. Life is better. It's calmer with only 4 things on the needles. So first up is my zigzag blanket, which is a free pattern, the 10 Stitch Zigzag by Frankie Brown. And I'm doing this on US 4's 3.5 mil needles, and currently I'm using Hendy's Jewel Snug in the Spoilers colorway. So see it there. And I have 4 zigzags left to finish this stripe, and then that will have me at 25% done.
Whoa.
And it's starting to get kind of,
So that means next year, around this time, it'll be like 50% done.
hopefully, but it's starting to get really big. So it's starting to get to the place where I'm not going to be
Just like drape it along the arm of the couch.
well, I'm not going to like be able to bring it like if we record outside or something. The next thing I'm working on is my breathing room socks that I started last week while I was on retreat. This is from my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern, which you can get on Ravelry. I'm on US 1.5's 2.5 mil needles, and I'm using the Wool Kitchen pairs BFL and Bamboo 4-ply in the Ziggy colorway. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, there's some of the colors. And the first sock is done. I have not woven in the ends yet. First sock is done, and I just did the heel on the second one. So I hope that I will have these done by next week as well. So, and then next up I'm going to do sock blank socks. Okay, and then, that's not the right bag. Project number 3 is Noah's 5th birthday socks. And this is the Tube Socks for Kids pattern by Jane Richmond. I'm on US 2's 2.75 mil needles, and the yarn is Knit Pick Stroll Tweed in the North Pole Heather colorway, and I am halfway done. We measured just before we left the flat, and I'm halfway done. But I moved this marker last week when we recorded, which actually that was only on Friday. So I've made from there to here progress since Friday. That's pretty good. That's what, like probably 3 inches?
Yeah.
So, halfway done with those. And then the final thing is my stripy pullover, which is a pattern by Kathleen Dames. I'm on US 7's, 4.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Regia World College Color 6-ply in the Exam colorway. And I still didn't get, what? Yeah, I'm like yeah.
No, I'm not saying it about the coloring. I'm like, exams.
Oh, okay. I decided that I am going to go with this size needles, even though I'm still not getting gauge. It's meant to be kind of a big, roomy sweatshirt type style, so I'm just going to go with this. So this is the first sleeve. So you knit it in stockinette, although except for there's rib right there in the cuff. And then when you get all done, you flip it inside out. And that's why it's called the pearly pullover. I'm really liking how it's going in self-striping. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I need to finish this sleeve and get the body cast on because I am behind. Because I'm doing this along with Kathleen's The Sweater podcast. and I'm behind because I didn't take it on my trip, and then I've had some stuff like a couple of evenings, and so I just have not gotten to work on it like I need to. So hopefully this week I can get onto the body and making real good progress. That's everything that's on my needles, which means there's some of those. All right, so let's move on and talk about them. All right, here's take 2.
Now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
We tried to do it once and the street sweeper came, so we're trying again. So I finished my Mr. Smith Needs a Pink Lady socks. This is from my French Vanilla Cappuccino pattern, and it's on US 1.5 2.5 mil needles. And for the toes, heels, and cuffs, it's like on the mannequin foot wonky. Toes, heels, and cuffs is Holiday Yarns flock sock in the Pink Lady colorway, and then the main part of the sock is Pandia's Jewel Snug in the Mr. Smith I Need You colorway. Thusly, Mr. Smith Needs a Pink Lady socks. And these are another 260.1 meters for Stash Dash. And then I'll tell you a total in just a minute because I also finished this week's preemie hat. So this is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern. You can get it on Ravelry. These are on US 6's 4 mil needles, and the yarn is Crystal Palace Yarns Mini Mochi in the Intense Rainbow Sock colorway. And this time I made the pom-pom first just so that the color would kind of gradate down. So this is another 25 meters, which means with these two finished projects, I'm at 3,865.5 meters. I'm over halfway to 7,000. So I'm making good progress on that.
Make more preemie hats out of that yarn.
I probably will.
First.
I think I'm going to. I think I might just go use this whole skein of yarn up. Well, I mean, it wasn't a full skein. It was like, I think it was a 50-gram skein, but it had like 32 grams or something in it. That was a street sweeper. We thought it was coming back, but it's not. So 3,865.5. So making good progress, and that's everything that I finished this week. So we should move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are Yummies, Dammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So we're changing the order of what is in the show notes, so just go with us. Our current favorite yummy is iced cold brew from Starbucks.
Yummy.
I think I've had like 3 of these in the last week.
This is my first one.
Your very first one. And what do you think?
It's good.
Yeah, I highly recommend. I just have mine with coconut milk in it, but you have yours with vanilla and milk.
And 1 thing of sugar.
Yeah.
I like sugary coffee.
I used to. I mean, I still like it on occasion, but coconut milk, unsweetened coconut milk, and ice cold brew, highly recommend.
Yummy.
Yummy. So do you want to talk about the next one? Because then I've got a couple of things more.
Sure. James Corden, who hosts the Late Late Show. The Late Show? I can't remember. One of the late ones.
Yeah.
He does carpool karaoke with famous people. And so he did it with Broadway stars, including Lin-Manuel Miranda and Audra McDonald, and I forget the names of the other 2 people.
Yeah, but we've linked it in the show notes. But holy crap, he was amazing doing the Hamilton numbers. James Corden. He did really good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was very impressed. I was very impressed by him.
I do them all the time.
I know, but I was just very impressed. Because sometimes you get actors that aren't good singers.
No, he's won Tony Awards.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes you have actors that aren't good singers but still try to sing.
Oh.
But he's a good singer. And he did it. And he was awesome. You should watch it. We have to figure out some way to watch the Tony Awards.
Oh, okay.
Or at least part of them. I predict Hamilton is going to sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next up, several of y'all asked me to talk about my new bullet journal layout. So, I'm going to show it to you. So here's my bullet journal. I know the notebooks are too big. I had these on hand, so I'm using them, but then when I buy new ones, I'll get the thinner. So this is a Harris Tweed cover by my friend Kelly from Kelly Mac & Co. on Etsy. And I have a TARDIS Progress Keeper that I just put on it. So it's got a stretchy cord that goes around it, and then it has stretchy cords inside, and it holds 4 notebooks. First, of course, I have stickers. These are my stickers, my Outlander stickers from Julia of Pandia's Jewels. And here are some Supernatural stickers because I just needed them to decorate. So in the first notebook, oh, actually I should show you the bookmarks that Dammy made for me first. Let's see.
Did you show those last week?
Well, but I'll show them again in case they haven't seen them. So what we did was we attached a ribbon to the stretchy cord and then folded it in half and then folded the ends over, and then Dammy sewed buttons on each side of them. And they work really, really well as bookmarkers. I have 4 of them. So first up in the kitty who's getting a perm notebook, and it's sparkly. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. This one is my yearly thing. So it has in it things that are like yearly lists. For example, my 2016 finished projects. I have finished 48 projects this year. It has my design releases, but then it also has, that was a gust of wind, my tracking of water and steps and sleep and payments, and my grid for tracking things that happen quite often during the week. And then the second one is just a turquoise and black flowery one. This is my daily one. So what I do is I divide each page in half with washi tape, and then this is where I put things that need to happen on that day that are not already on the grid from the other notebook. And I also track what knitting projects I work on in this notebook. So this one is going to get used up fairly quickly since it's, the days, 2 days per page. And then we put some stickers on this one: pumpkin coffee, a unicorn, a rainbow, and a kitty. And this one has my Eucharisteo gratitudes list in it, as well as like some poems that inspired me. But it also has like my journaling in it. So yeah, so that's that notebook. And then the final notebook, which I just added stickers to. These are all ones that vegan Jilly sent me. She believed she could, so she did, and some sunflowers and a coffee owl. And this has, for example, this is my stash page that's got my tracking and such. I've got like stuff about the retreat. I have stuff about a doctor, my surgeon, who's going to be performing my surgery. I have lots of post-it notes that run just various things for the year, like this month's or monthly, this month's business expenses, so I can put it in my accounting software, upcoming patterns that are releasing, book pattern ideas, gift knitting, my packing list from last week. So this is just kind of where I can just make notes and such. And all the notebooks are held in place by the stretchy cord. And then this one also came with a pencil thing on it. And that is how I have my new bullet journal laid out, and I am really, really, really loving it. It's working really well for me, and it means that, when I was doing it all in one notebook, if I finished the notebook, I still had yearly lists that I didn't have access to unless I had 2 notebooks with me. So this is a better solution. So once I use these up, like I said, I'll get some that are a smidge narrower so that it all fits in perfectly, but that's my new layout. I hope that all made sense. And then y'all are gonna get a sneak peek because you're cool like that and we love you guys. So as y'all probably know, I designed the Indiebra Yarn Crawl socks for the 3rd row in a year. For third year in a row. I said 3rd row in a year. 3rd year in a row. And these officially release on Saturday, although they might be available on Friday. So just keep your eyes open for that. But this year's yarn and design was inspired by the Heart of Midlothian, which is a mosaic in the sidewalk outside of. Oh goodness, there's lots of young children running this way. Outside of St. Giles Cathedral. And so Jess of Ginger Twist Studio dyed the yarn, and this is the colorway. So it's got purples and blacks and a little bit of pink. And she's calling this Heart of the City. And then the design element are 2 entwined hearts. I don't know how well you're seeing this because I can't really see the screen. There's the back. I don't know. Does that help? Can you see the heart? So these hearts are done out of lace, and then it's just got stockinette panels in between. Yeah. So like I said, these officially go on sale Saturday, but I might put them up for sale on Friday. Just depends on what the rest of my week looks like. But when these do go up for sale, you can get 25% off with the coupon code IBYC16, that's Indie Bra Yarn Crawl 16, 2016, through Monday the 13th of June at 23:59 BST. So keep an eye open for that because it'll have better pictures and such. Like I said, I'm not showing, I can't really tell how I'm showing it. It's already got the tag on it because I'm going to have this at the Indie Bra Yarn Crawl pop-up market. So anyway, yes, make sure you look for the Indie Bra Yarn Crawl 2016 socks, and again, use the coupon code IBYC16 for 25% off. Do we have anything else before we move on to normal stuff?
I don't think so.
Alright, so let's talk about hashtag GGKCraftyPad. What is it, Dammy?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of prompts for each month, so you take a picture for the prompt for that day, post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
So June's list is inspired by summertime and the living is easy. Sorry about the sirens. It's just a part of life here. So all of the prompts have something to do with summertime and or knitting, crafting. Nina, Nina. The Children's Hospital is along this road. The Royal
Hospital for
Sick Children. Yeah. So sorry about that. Hope it wasn't too loud. So like I was saying, this month is inspired by summertime and or knitting related. So for example, today's prompt is sky, and you and I both took our pictures. We will post them after we get done recording. So what you need, I'm like all discombobulated now. Do I tell them how to do it before we show the pictures or after?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So what you do is take a look at the prompts list, take a photo related to that prompt for the day, post it on Instagram, make sure you use the hashtag GGKCraftyPad, and yours might get chosen as one of our favorites. Which word are we about to show them? I think I say that afterwards, but anyway.
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
So here come those photos. So those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. And I'll say it again, just to stay on track, that it's never too late to participate. Just take a look at the prompts list, take a photo related to the prompt. You can interpret it however you would like. We are very cheater friendly. Post it, make sure you use the hashtag GGKCraftyPad because that's how we find you, and yours might get chosen. You said that you had not looked in a while at hashtag GGKCittyPad, and there was a lot of photos that you hadn't seen. So if you would like to take kitty photos, it makes Dammy very happy. Just hashtag them GGKCittyPad.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about upcoming events.
The Indie Bra Yarn Crawl 2016 is this Saturday, the 11th.
Yes.
Ooh.
So the yarn crawl is for 3 of the shops here in Edinburgh: Ginger Twist Studio, Kathy's Knits and Be Inspired Fibers. And if you get a passport from them and do all 3 shops and have it stamped, then you can enter into a giveaway, and there's a bunch of raffle prizes. Jess has been, of Ginger Twist Studio, has been posting them on social media and in the Ravelry group. I donated an ebook copy of my book, so somebody could win that. And then also at the Safari Lounge, which is just down the road from Ginger Twist Studio, from 12:30 to 6. I think that's right. Yeah, I think it's 12:30 to 6. There will be a pop-up market in the basement. If you have mobility issues, it might not be a good solution for you to try to come down into the basement, but we're happy to bring a book up to you or whatever to make it work for you, because I understand mobility issues. And it is going to be a cash-only market because there is no internet in the basement. So if you're coming to the pop-up market, bring cash. There's an ATM along the road, though, so that won't be a huge deal. And then their after party is also in the Safari Lounge.
Yeah.
So we will be there. You're going to help me man my table. I'll have books. I'll have the yarn crawl patterns for the last 3 years. I'll have the Outlander cowl. That might be about it because we only get like a table, so it's small. But if you have not purchased any of the 3 yarn crawl sock patterns, I also will have a special deal where you can get all 3 for a discounted price as a set. So if you are anywhere close to and or in Edinburgh, you should definitely come along for the Indie Bird Yarn Crawl. Next up is the Yarnporium in London on Saturday and Sunday, the 5th and 6th of November. This is hosted by Yarn in the City, and we're planning to be there. And we highly advocate for you to come to the Yarnporium, have some sightseeing time, and then come to the Geeky Pup and Knitpalooza.
Yeah.
Where is it at and when?
In Farnham, UK, from Thursday the 10th of November to Sunday the 13th of November.
That's right. You can sign up on our website.
GeekyPupandKnitPalooza.com.
The vendor applications are closing next week. So if you are interested in vending at the on-site vendor market, which will be open to attendees in the morning and to the public in the afternoon for a £3 entry fee or a knitted or crocheted item to donate to charity, we would love to have you apply to join us. And we also have a special announcement coming up. What is today?
I don't know.
Hold on, I need to look at the date. Today's the 8th. I think we will be able to announce it on the podcast next week. A very special optional add-on for the retreat. And it's amazing. We are still working out the last minute details, but I'm fairly certain we'll be able to announce it next week. So stay tuned for that. And that's everything at this point that we know that we'll be attending. Other things could come up, and we will let you know as we know. I think that is everything for Yummies. So we should move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we're reading and watching.
So what are you and I reading together?
Yes, so the Summer of Austen is going on. It's going on through June, July, and August.
Yes.
Not September, because that's not summer. But the first book we're reading is Pride and Prejudice.
And we're about a third through it right now?
Yes.
I want to say when I finished the chapters last night, I was at like 34% or something. So, but it's not too late to join in. They can catch up pretty easily. Just add, like an extra chapter or 2 to what the reading schedule is, and you can get caught up.
You don't have to follow the reading schedule.
No, you don't. You don't. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah.
And I am following the reading schedule.
It helps me to plan things out.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I think you got it from me.
Yeah.
But I keep going, okay, Dammy, what am I supposed to read today? Even though I have it bookmarked and could look it up. I'm like, Dammy, what chapters am I reading?
Yeah, Persuasion will be easier because it's just 2 chapters a day for 12 days.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, in fact, I've even called and texted you when I haven't been home and been like, what chapters am I reading today? Because that's just how life is. So we're reading that. We're reading Pride and Prejudice. The chatter thread is going pretty well.
Blossoming.
We totally cracked up at, I don't remember who posted it, but somebody posted that they were listening to an audiobook version of it, and it made Mr. Collins
sound like an old man who can barely breathe.
That's really funny.
Oh, we should watch Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
I want to read the book first. I need to get the book.
Oh, yes. I read the book in, like, 5th grade,
Okay.
I think.
Remind me, and I will get it and read it, and then we can watch it.
Yes.
Okay. And I think there's discussion of if there's going to be the sequel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's not a sequel. It's a Sense and Sensibility one. I haven't read it. It's Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
So I'll have to make sure and read that too. Okay, and I am now reading Out of the House of Bread, Satisfying Your Hunger for God with the Spiritual Disciplines by Preston Yancey.
Haven't you read this before?
No, what happened is I started to read it and then realized that it suggested that you read a chapter and then follow that spiritual discipline for the week. And so, do I have stuff on me? You put sunscreen on earlier, and so I probably have grass on me. And so I decided to put it on hold till I'd finish that other book, the Psalms book. So now I finished the Psalms book, so I'm starting on this one. So this first week, the spiritual practice is the Examine, which is a thing that you do in the evening before bed to reflect over your day. So, and then I've read some fiction and such, but none of it was like what I wanted. It wasn't interesting enough to tell you about. So, what are you doing?
My hair is sticking up in the back because of the wind, and I don't have any more pins, so I'm holding it down.
Okay, well, now we're going to talk about what we're watching, so why don't you start?
Okay, I started watching another YouTube series that's done by like insane people who did Lizzie Bennet Diaries and Emma Approved. It's called The March Family Letters. It's an adaptation of Little Women.
Okay.
It's set in Toronto, so they're Canadian.
Okay.
They're Canadian Little Women. In my opinion, it kind of got off to a rocky start.
Okay.
But like once you get through it, it gets better.
Okay.
I'm like on episode 30 out of 50.
Okay.
Yeah. I really like the way they portrayed Beth.
Okay. Does it have any actors in it that I know of? Or is it like newbies? Okay.
I think you would like it.
I probably would.
We should watch it together.
Okay. You're also rewatching Lizzie Bennet as you're reading.
Yes.
We didn't say that. We should link that in the show notes probably.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember.
Ricky is a handful.
It's been so long since I read Little Women. I may need to reread it before we watch it. Okay.
No, Ricky's from Lizzie Bennet Diaries.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still talking about...
No, you mentioned Lizzie Bennet.
I did.
Ricky Collins is a
Okay,
handful.
I know who you're talking about. Yes, he is. Oh my goodness. I think he would drive me over the edge.
He says so many words, but he doesn't say anything.
Yeah. No, I was talking about Little Women. It's been a long time since I've read it, so I probably need to read it again.
Amy is a handful.
Okay. Okay. All right, so what else are we watching? We did not watch very much this week because we just recorded it on Friday.
Yeah.
And a lot of our shows have had their finales. So what are we watching?
Okay, we are watching season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Dick Fontaine!
Yay! You're falling over.
Yay.
Dick Fontaine. Oh, I love his character.
Ow.
And Odo and Kira.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. That's kind of some of my favorite of DS9.
Yeah.
So, and then what else are we watching?
Season 4 of Star Trek Voyager.
We didn't write anything down about this. Oh, there was the lady who Chakotay supposedly fell in love with, but she forgot. Puppy behind us, I don't know.
It's going to see us.
Oh, here it comes.
Hello.
Hello, puppy.
Hello. Oh, you sneezed. Hello. Hi.
The puppy wants to be a geeky girl.
Hi.
Hello. Puppy wanted to be part of the podcast, apparently. Voyager. Yeah, the lady who, like, when she left, you forget her.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that. I'm trying to think of what else there was in Voyager. Space, Final Frontier. Okay, and then the Hubs and I are watching season 2 of The Flash.
What's happening?
Well,
What's shaking?
the metahumans from Earth, do they call it Earth 2 or Earth B?
2.
Earth 2 are coming and wreaking havoc. And they're trying to deal with that. And what's the guy's name that is the Flash?
Barry.
Oh my goodness, look at that puppy. Oh,
that puppy has wheels.
Must have lost a leg or two, and they've made a harness with wheels on it so that it can still walk. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sorry, we got distracted. The Flash, what's the Flash's name? Barry. He is dating.
Fastest man alive.
He is, oh that's right. He is dating the guy from, is he from Law and Order?
What?
The guy, the police guy.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The guy that raised Barry when his dad was in prison. What's his name?
I don't know.
Y'all know I'm so bad with names. Anyway, Barry is dating his partner.
Okay.
But she doesn't know that he is the fastest man alive. We're watching season 11 of Bones. This one was kind of funny. It was like an interview style show, kind of like 60 Minutes or whatever, but it was about the Jeffersonian and the FBI team, and Cam asked Aristu to marry her. They're back together. First we have Kira and Odo, and now we have Cam and Aristu. So, but there's still a few more episodes of this left because its season finale is not until in late July. And then Outlander, which is not safe for children. I do not advocate that any children read the books or watch the show. Dammy does not watch or read it. There's your disclaimer. So this episode was actually really interesting. It deviated from the books a little bit, and it portrayed Clara as having post-traumatic stress disorder from her time working as a nurse during the war, and that the war that that is now happening for her is causing issues for her. And there was a lot of training on the way how to learn how to fight and get ready for the war. Yeah. Somebody's fighting somebody. I never remember all these things. Yeah, if you've read the books, you know. Jamie and his people are going to be fighting some other people.
Oh, why?
Because that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sure all of you others that watch and read Outlander are going, Cece, how can you not know this? But brain, forget. I just kind of watch it as it happens. But I do know it deviated from the books because she did not have PTSD in the book. But there was a reference to Dragonfly and Amber. Oh, and we also found out that the season finale is going to be 90 minutes long instead of an hour. So that's very good news. And that's everything we're watching. That wasn't that much this week.
Yeah.
So we should move on to the next segment. And now it's time for the summertime and the living is easy Cal. Yes. So this is our summertime Cal, as the name suggests. It runs from the 1st of June through the 31st of August. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to summertime. How?
You can do that by your project's color, colorway name, purpose, pattern, name, design, element, or if you can't think of anything else, you made it in the summer.
We're very cheater friendly about that. What we are not cheater friendly about is whips. No whips are allowed. You have to start it June 1st or later and finish it by the 31st of August. But you can poly dip in other cows, like if you're coming to the Geeky Puff and Knit Palooza, the Layer It On cowl is going on. There is the Knit Girls Stash Dash. There is Suburban Stitchers Around Your Neck cowl. There is Vegan Jilly's Knitting Broomsticks Coffee with Cece cowl. and she also has a sock cal and a sweater cal going on. There is the Knit More Girls Summer of Lace and Beads. There is Operation Sock Drawer. There's Project Sweater Chest. Just to name a few. There's the podcaster along cal, the Pal Cal. I'm not remembering off the top of my head who hosts that one, but yeah, poly dip. We are totally good with that. You can poly dip in the 52 Weeks of Charity cal.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're very friendly, open about that. So let's see, what else do you need to know about this? Every project you finish and post in the FO thread counts as one entry into the giveaways. You must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry in order to participate. You have to post a picture in the FO thread. If you want to hashtag it, do it with GGK Summertime 16. We will lock the FO thread the morning of the 1st of September and draw winners on the next podcast. You'll have 30 days to claim your prize if you are a winner. There is a chatter thread. And right now I'm putting on the screen all of our lovely prizes. We have, I think, 12 prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 prizes. So that is really awesome. So thank you so much to our sponsors and friends of the podcast who have donated things. If you would like more details about those, watch the first episode of each month. We talk about the prizes in detail, or go to the website
geekygirlsknit.com
and you can read all about them in the show notes. Okay, I think that's everything, Dammy, except for people who finished this week, so why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. DG White ×3, Eleanor Gamgee, Ellie 15, Kersey S, Moogle Knits, Muzzer Z ×7, Napier's Knits, and Sylvia 1002.
Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects. We're only a week in, and there's already quite a few projects, so that's really great. So keep working on those, and you might be a winner. Yep. All right, we're going to talk about another cal now.
And now we're going to talk about our 52 weeks of charity cal.
Yes, so this is a year-long cal that started on the 1st of January and runs through the 31st of December. It's for any project that you knit, crochet, or weave that you're donating to charity.
I can see it.
Yes. To be eligible for prizes, you have to complete 52 projects over the course of the year. You don't have to do them one a week, just 52. That's what I'm doing, but 52 over the course of the year. And no whips are allowed, so January 1st or later. And poly dip and other cals, that's totally fine. So the way you're going to post for this cal, though, is when you finish your first project, you post in the FO thread, and then for every project you finish after that, you just edit that post.
Like stash.
Yes. And make sure that you look at the sample in the second post of the FO thread so that you know what you're doing and how to lay it out, because it can get really confusing if you're not following that format. I had to edit several posts and get them up to date because there's been pictures added but not a running total kept. And so it's just really helpful if you can follow the format that we provided in that thread. You can donate your FOs to any charity you'd like. If you would like, though, if you don't have some place to donate them, feel free to send them to us. You can PM me for our address, and we will donate to Knit for Peace. Except for the Preemie hats, we will donate those to Preemies UK. You must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. The hashtag is GGK52 WOCCal16. So that's GGK Geeky Girls Knit 52 WOC Weeks of Charity Cal Knit Along 16. We'll lock the thread the morning of the 1st of January 2017. If you are, and then draw the prizes on the next podcast. If you're a winner, you have 30 days to claim your prize. There is a chatter thread, and the prizes that we have right now are a skein of West Yorkshire Spinner's signature 4-ply in the Holly Berry colorway. So this was the self-striping Christmas color this past year. For every 7 people who complete 52 items, I will add another skein of West Yorkshire Spinners. We also have from Catherine, who is Tia and Kat, 2 pom-poms, a Bernay Coral pom-pom and a Lion Brand Black Cat pom-pom. And then Mary, who is Jammin' to Knit, donated 3 single patterns from her Ravelry store. And we did say last time, and we'll just reiterate it again, if you finish 52 items and want to keep going, you can start a second post and do another 52 items and get yourself 2 entries into the giveaways. the sun is like directly overhead. That's why Dammy is like blocking. That's why you have a shadow on your face. So,
part of my forehead.
So we talk about, oh wait, I know what I said we didn't say. What? Do you know how many projects have been finished so far for the charity?
How many?
373.
What?
That is craziness. That's so amazing, y'all. Just in a little over 5 months, 373 items. That's amazing. So way to go, everyone who is participating, and keep up the good work. All right, well, we have a fun question to answer for this week, so let's move on to the next segment.
There's another puppy. Okay, and now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we answer them, or at least try to.
Well, this week you're getting our opinion.
Okay.
So why don't you ask the question?
Anne, who is Bee Weasel from Michigan, asks, I know this is going to be hard to believe, but I know my question will be safe in your Geeky Girls' hands. I have never ever seen an episode of any Doctor Who. I may have seen bits while moving through channels, but never an entire episode.
Oh
Zoom,
dear.
Zoom, motorcycles.
Oh dear, oh dear.
My question, in all caps, where does one even start? I would like to jump on the TARDIS wagon, but which Doctor Who should I start with?
Okay. So my answer is you need to start with the, are we calling it the reboot?
Continuation.
The continuation.
It's not a reboot.
Well, yeah, it's not a reboot.
Like, the new Battlestar Galactica is a reboot.
Yeah, that's true. So this started in 2005, and you want to start with the 9th Doctor.
Christopher Eccleston. I can't say his last name. I think it's Eccleston.
So, here's what I'm going to tell you. The first few episodes are rough.
They are not rough. They're cheesy.
They
and
are
like,
cheesy.
Basically every episode of Classic Who was cheesy, but like it's early 21st century. Well, it's still the early 21st century. It's early 2000 science fiction, so it's gonna be kind of cheesy.
So the first few episodes are rough, but you need the information from those first few episodes because it's going to impact things as you go along. The Hub's, his favorite Doctor is 9, which is Christopher Eccleston. I vacillate between 10, who is David Tennant, and 11, who is Matt Smith. I adore David Tennant, but Matt Smith is so lovable. And then now we have the 12th Doctor, who is Peter Capaldi. But so I would recommend that you start with the 2005 continuation, which is the 9th Doctor. So the Classic Who was done in seasons. The continuation is done in series. So here in the UK, they don't call it seasons, they call it series. So we are waiting for series...
I don't even know anymore.
I can't remember what series we're waiting for now. Is it 11? Is it 10?
I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
And we also had the War Doctor in there.
Yeah.
John Hurt. So that is where I would suggest you start. Start with 2005, the 9th Doctor. Get through those first few rough episodes. They are rough. And because, I mean, you've heard this story before if you have been watching for a while, but when we first started podcasting, I did not like Doctor Who. I did not watch it. You and the Hubs watched it and loved it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to watch this. This is so cheesy. The ones I had seen were some of those first episodes of the 9th Doctor, and I was like, no, this is ridiculous. I'm not watching this. And then I felt the pressure as we podcasted to start watching. So I gave in and started watching, and now I've designed like, I don't know, more than a dozen Doctor Who inspired patterns.
15 million?
15 million, that's probably pretty close. I think about half of the designs I've done are Doctor Who related. So, you know, I gave in and did it, and now I love it. I think I even like it more than you do now at this point. I mean, you still like it and watch it, but yeah. So, Anne, I hope that answered your question. Series 1, 9th Doctor, 2005, and go from there. It's rough.
It's not
And but make sure you get the movies that are, where did those fall in?
What?
You know, remember that there was some that it was like hour and a half episodes.
Oh yeah, that was 2009. There were 3 or 4 specials. I can't remember.
Yeah, so make sure you get those because those are fun. So, yeah. Maybe if I remember, I will find a link to all the episodes in order. And that way you don't miss anything. I think we answered the question. Okay. So if somebody else has a question, what should they do?
You should go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
And we will answer it. We usually answer them in order of being asked, unless they are time sensitive, and then we'll bump them up. But we will answer. I don't think we've not answered a question. I think
It's a big dog.
Oh my goodness, that is a very big dog.
Oh, I want to pet it.
I don't think there has been a single question that we haven't answered. So, all right. Well, we have some prize winners to announce, so we should move on to the next segment. We made it to the end of the show.
Yes.
And I don't think it's as long as last week's. I hope not. We'll see when I get home and edit it. So we have some prize winners to announce. So Danielle, who's Gothica 101 of Gothica Yarns. She's on Etsy, gothicayarns.etsy.com. She's based in the Lake District here in the UK.
It's a district with lots of lakes.
As the name suggests. So she sent us a lot of things, and we kept a little bit, but we're giving some away. There's some prizes in the summertime cowl, but we decided to go ahead and do 2 prizes when we reviewed the yarn. So before we left the flat to come out here to record, we locked the thread and used random number to generate numbers. So first up, the prize is, do you want to show them while I say what they are, or do you want to say, why don't I say what they are and then you can say the winner?
Okay.
So first up, we have a skein of Punk Princess yarn and a set of Punk Princess stitch markers. There's a skull. I don't know if you can see it.
Careful, you're pulling out of it.
So, who is the winner of this prize?
Number 73, Taleader.
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 Taleader. Congratulations. I need you, Taleader, to PM me Java Pearl on Ravelry with your full name and mailing address so I can get this sent out to you. And our second prize,
It's beautiful,
is a skein of Innocent Dreams yarn and a set of red stitch markers, although they look kind of pink.
Yeah.
Do you want to show the stitch markers closer so they can see them? There you go. And who is the winner of this?
Number 62, Ramona Firehorse.
Congratulations, Ramona Firehorse. Please PM me Java Pearl on Ravelry.
It's a hardcore name.
With your full name and mailing address so I can ship your prize out to you. You both have 30 days from the day the podcast goes live to claim your prizes, or you forfeit them and we will use them for another giveaway later. We want to say a big thank you to Danielle for sending all this lovely yarn and stitch markers, and we hope the winners enjoy their prizes. Next up, okay, this is your final reminder.
This is your final warning.
You need to set your alarm. If you are interested in the Gilmore Girls sock kit that I am doing along with Boga from Knitting in France. So Boga has dyed up a 10 color self-striping yarn. Also with Sam of Knit Run Dig Project Bags. She's making a project bag for the kit. I have designed a sock pattern using the yarn, and there are goodies. So these are going to go up for pre-order this Sunday, the 12th of June at 3 p.m. British Summer Time. So that is 7 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. GMT. The cost for the kits are going to be $70 US plus shipping. There will only be 30 kits available. So if you want one, you need to set some alarms to remind you. Where are they going to pre-order their kits at?
JavaPearlDesigns.com.
Yes. And this is a pre-order. The kits will ship out no later than
The ambulance. They will ship out no later than the ambulance.
the kits will ship out no later than Friday the 8th of July. So like I said, only 30 kits available. Set your alarm this Sunday, 3 p.m. British summertime, javapearldesigns.com. If you want one, you gotta get in there and get them. Okay, is there anything else besides our normal stuff?
I don't think so.
We're still on schedule to record like normal. As far as we know, we will let you know if that changes. Hopefully we'll have good notice before my surgery to let you know all that. So, well, we want to say a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters. We love you guys. I have a stack of Patreon rewards sitting on the sofa ready to post out. I will get those posted out on Monday. So Patreon, if you do not know, is a service where you can pledge a monetary amount to support your favorite artists, such as podcasters, musicians, actual artists that draw and paint and things like that, as well as some other things. And we are on there, and the money that you pledge to that is going in a savings account to help us buy the technology we'll need to record when Dammy goes off to university in a year. She finished her junior year of high school yesterday, you guys. One more year. So just in case we're not in the same location, we need to be able to have the technology to record, which we don't right now at this point, but we will get. So that money's going in a savings account to help with that. If you are able to help us in that way, you can go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsknit
and read all about it, and read the find the reward levels and everything. And we really appreciate those of you who can do that. If you can't do it, it's fine. We totally understand. No pressure to do that, but if you are able, we really appreciate it. If you'd like to instead just make a one-time donation, you can go to our website,
geekygirlsknit.com,
and there is a PayPal button in the right-hand side where you can donate. We are also Amazon.com and .co.uk affiliates, and if you go to our website,
geekygirlsknit.com,
you will find links there to Amazon, and then whatever you purchase from Amazon, they give us a little money back based on what you purchase. We don't know who is ordering what. We just get like a list, a report of what's been ordered and how much we're getting based on that. And that money is used to ship prizes, which a bunch of prizes will be going out on Monday. And yeah, because we have all of the Spring Cal prizes going out. Yeah. If you have not watched to see if you were one of the Spring Cal winners, that was in last week's episode. Please watch and get me your information so I can ship your prizes out to you. I think that's everything. Why don't you tell them where they can find us online? Where can we find ourselves?
Where can we find you online?
Lots of places.
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.com, and they're released everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. And with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. We hope you have a lovely rest of your week. We hope that you are having as amazing weather as we're having, because it is just stunning here.
There are so many sunburns here.
There are. Hopefully we are not included in that, because we did put on sunscreen. So with that, happy knitting. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Here in the meadows, there are lots of trees. Lots and lots of trees. Lots and lots of trees. And lots of people just like enjoying their afternoon.
Do you see the person over here who has a barbecue?
People barbecuing. Yeah. And lots of more trees. There are some pretty flowering trees. Back there is Arthur's seat. Oh yeah. And more trees, and kids playing, and lots of people doing things, and oh look, there's some more trees. Who would have guessed? And look, And here's the sky.
Because it's
beautiful.
gorgeous. Oh, you should get behind you over there because there's lovely clouds.
Whoosh. Let's see if I can turn around clouds.